Greetings to the students, the first year students, and maybe the house committees who are here with us. Molweni betunana bafundi abacha sanibona. I am Mrs. Nosiphiwo Delubom and the Deputy Director and Head of the Disability Services Unit that is known as Universal Accessibility and Disability Services. It is shortened as UADS. The unit specifically, it assists students that have disabilities in terms of providing the support services. It is not the home for the students that have disabilities. I want to mention this because previously there was that perception, even the students that have disabilities and those that do not have disabilities, they perceive the unit as the home for students that have disabilities. It is not the home. It is the same unit as Mtonjeni Student Wellness. It is the same unit as student governance and development. But the purpose of the unit is that it facilitates the integration and mainstreaming of the students that have disabilities. We may remember that that category of group was marginalized for many times. So the unit exists to include these students that they feel accommodated, they are the part of the university. They also belong to the university, to the community of students. They do not belong to the unit. So basically, that is the purpose and the existence of the unit at the university. The unit is very much accessible, maybe just to give a clue of the disabilities that are very common at the university, because I want to understand that some of us may not know that we even have the disabilities because they are invisible disabilities. So the disabilities that are very common at the university, it's partially sighted, blind, it's physical disabilities, those who are in wheelchairs, who have crutches, who have the limbs that are broken. And then there is a huge number of disabilities which is called the neurodevelopmental disabilities that include communication disabilities, dyslexia, ADD, ADHD, specific learning disabilities. That is the common type of the disability that we have noted at the university. And also there is psychosocial disabilities that include those people that have depression, that have bipolar, anxiety. So those are the types of invisible disabilities. Now, what the unit does is that when you are a student, you know that you have a disability, even if it is invisible. What you do, you go to the unit or you send an email to disability@mandela.ac.za, whereby you indicate that you disclosed your disability in the application for admission, and then the unit will be able to provide you with the support services that you will indicate in the form, because there is an application form for reasonable accommodations. It's whereby you will indicate the support that you need. For instance, if you need an extra time when you are writing the exams or the tests, if you need to use an assistive technology or an assistive device, if maybe you need to use the laptop that has a software, for instance, if maybe you are partially sighted or you are blind, or you know of a person who is partially sighted, then you can advise that person, because there are laptops that have a software like the JAWS, the Zoom text. So you may be able to get that facility only when you disclose your disability. So what is important and what I want to encourage here is that if maybe you didn't disclose your disability in the application for admission, please visit the unit and disclose your disability, because if the unit doesn't know that you have a disability, you may not be able to receive the support services that you have to receive for you to achieve academically. In other words, what I want to emphasize here is that the unit is very much accessible, and we also have the transport facilities for those students who may not be able to use the general student shuttle. There is a transport, but everything that we provide, you need to take a responsibility as a person who has a disability in order for you to be assisted in whatever way that you may need. As we know that you are coming from the high school, if maybe I can talk about those who have disabilities now before I go to the general student. What happens is that there are different types of schools. There are special schools, there are mainstream schools. Now, what we noticed is that students who are coming from the special schools, they are more dependent. And when they arrive at the university, they find it very difficult to transition to the tertiary life. And those that are coming from mainstream school, if they have disabilities, they may have some challenges. Now, what I want to say to you and want to encourage you is that as the unit, we have a program that is called Coaching and Mentoring Program. This program is specifically designed for the transition difficulties that you may experience. Now, I want to encourage you that you use that program. From time to time, you will be contacted by the officials at the unit because they want to engage with you, and we need your voice because some of the activities that we do at the unit, they are informed by what we listen, by what we hear from the students, because we want to offer customized programs that are very much relevant to you. So this program, which I said it is coaching and mentoring program, it is not going to overlap with other programs that are available in other units, but it is the program that will assist you to navigate the route to your achievement. For instance, at the university, there is supplemental and instruction program for academic support. We noted and noticed that most of the students that have disabilities do not attend SI program because they do not know. So part of the coaching and mentoring program will assist you to navigate all the programs that are taking place at the university. Then if I can refer to the general students, I know that as I indicated earlier, that there are disabilities that are invisible. Now you are here at the residence, you are having your roommate and you do not know that your roommate has a disability. Now the unit will from time to time host the webinars during this time of the pandemic, whereby students will be invited and then we provide the educational sessions on the types of disabilities, on how to assist a person that has a disability. Then that is part of transitioning from the high school life to the university, because as you will be here, you are the first year students, you don't know what is happening. So the unit is here to assist that, and I want to encourage and emphasize that you please attend the programs, or you please read the notices that will be in the notice boards as you are here in the residences, because we want to educate more about these types of disabilities and on how do we deal with people that have disabilities as we are here for the first time at the university. So my point now is that as the students, you need to respect each other. If you see a person who has a disability and then that person doesn't ask for help, don't help that person until that person requests help from you. That is part of what you will be navigating as you'll be here at the university. And then if you see that person maybe is irritated, no, just leave the person, because that person needs to cool down. Don't take that as a blame to you, but understand that the person has got their challenges that need them to be calm, to be cool. So I want to encourage you that when you see people that have disabilities, don't sympathize with them, but you must integrate nicely with them, as you are all the students.